Hi, friends. It's Friday for me right now, so happy whatever day it is for you. I am Darcy. Welcome to Power One. We're going to flow through the Power One sequence. So get ready on your mats, and I'm super excited to be here, be back online with all of you. So, a little fun fact is about 4 years ago exactly, I quit my job in the interior design world. I canceled, I should say. I ended my apartment lease. I sold my car, put a lot of things into storage, and bought a one-way flight to Bangkok, Thailand. And I was overseas for about 8 months total with the guy I was seeing at the time. So I had a travel partner, which was super great. But it just has made me really start to think a lot more about taking risks in life. And certain times we're really scared to take that first step, take that first leap of faith to take on a risk that maybe is really scary for us, but we know it's the right thing to do. We feel called to go into this path of life. And that's just really where my head was at 4 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, actually. It wasn't just a spur of the moment overnight, let's go to Asia. It required a lot of planning. And I think about that with your yoga mat too, on your practice. How many times do we lead up to a posture and we don't quite nail it? We don't quite land it. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes determination, vulnerability to get to where we want to be on our yoga mats. Think about that on your mat today. You're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where your body and mind are supposed to be. Channel that, focus on your breath, enjoy the class, and get ready to sweat with me. Before we get started, I will demonstrate the Chaturanga series. It's a series of 3 postures, kind of moved into one with 3 breaths, and you have a few different options to take on your mat today. Do whatever your body is calling for. First option is the fullest expression. You will be in high plank. I will cue exhale Chaturanga. Hinge forward to the balls of your feet. Lower down to a 90-degree bend in your elbows. Keep your elbows hugged in by your sides and be up on the balls of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the shoelace side of your feet to match. Your kneecaps lift. Roll your shoulder blades back and down your spine. Open up through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your second option is to take it from your knees. I'll cue exhale, Chaturanga. You'll hinge forward, lower down to 90 degrees. Pull your heels in towards your booty. Keep your elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Only 4 points of contact here. Your hands on the tops of your feet. Open up through your chest. Squeeze up through your thighs and your glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your third option is to skip it all together and just stay in high plank. I'll cue exhale, Chaturanga. Just hang out right here. Keep engaging up through your legs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Ignore my cue. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. All right, go ahead and find child's pose, please. You will bring your big toes to touch and send your knees out wide, opening up through your inner groins. Hinge forward from your hips. Let your hips sink down into your heels of your feet. Reach your arms out and find your third eye onto your mat. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Relax through your shoulder sockets here. And begin to focus on your breath. With every breath in, find an audible exhale, sigh out through your mouth. Take a few more cooling breaths on your own, filling your lungs up all the way, 100%, and exhaling out all the way, emptying through your breath. On your next inhale, seal your lips, hold in for a microsecond, and exhale out through your nose. Begin to find a light constriction in the back of your throat. This is your Ujjayi breath. This will warm your body up from the inside as you move on your mat today. Take a couple more breaths on your own. On your next inhale, come to tabletop pose and breathe. Stack your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. Pull your hips on top of your knees. You can tuck or untuck your toes. Press the crown of your head towards the front side of your room. Lengthen out through your spine. Find a neutral spine here. Exhale out all of your air. Inhale, cow pose and breathe. Drop your belly down to the earth. Roll your shoulder blades together on your back. Find space in your collarbone. Round through your spine. Send your tailbone up to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, cat pose, and breathe. Round through your spine. Send your spine up towards the ceiling. Press through the palms of your hands. Dome out through your armpits. Let your gaze drop between your knees. Exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Link breath to movement. Use your entire breath to get up to cow. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop pose. Find a neutral spine. Walk your fingertips forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Pedal out through your dog. Stretch out through the backside of your legs. Press firmly through the L shape of your palms. Keep space between all 10 digits. Internally rotate your biceps inward. With every breath in, find length in your spine. And with every breath out, let your heels sink down a little bit closer to the earth. Find any movement here that will serve you. And when you feel like you are in a comfortable place, begin to find some stillness. Let your neck be an extension of your spine. Press your shoulder blades down your back. Hug up through your core. Sink your heels down towards the earth. Your heels don't have to touch the earth, but pretend as though there are magnets tracking your heels down to the ground. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. On your next inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale, ragdoll pose, and breathe. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Place your feet out hip-width distance or wider. I like to take my feet off my mat. Press down through all four corners of your feet. Avoid gripping through your toes. Hinge from your hips. Let your belly hang over your thighs. Always an option to find a bind, opposite elbow to opposite hand. Let any stress, tension that you are feeling in your shoulders and your neck, allow gravity to just let these roll off onto your mat. Forget about anything going on in the outside world for the next 55 to 60 moments you are here with me. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your bind. Heel toe your feet in towards one another. Inhale, standing at attention. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last thing to lift. Breathe here. Bring your palms to touch. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Hug up through your quads. I offer you the option to slightly close your eyes or have a soft gaze. I offer you the intention today on your mat to take a risk here. Perhaps it's stepping a little bit lower into your lunge, holding a balanced posture for a little bit longer. Anything that will challenge you and make you do a little bit more work on your mat today. If this does not serve you, I offer you the time to set your own intention now. Take a breath in, inhale your intention. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, and breathe. Round down through all four corners of your feet. Hug up through your quads. Hug up through your kneecaps here. Pull your belly button into your spine. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Relax through your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, and breathe. Reset your spine. Press your hands into your shins, your quads, the floor, anything that feels good in your body. Lengthen out through your hamstrings. Pretend as you're trying to squeeze a yoga block between your inner thighs. Press your shoulder blades together on your back. Let your neck be an extension of your spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank, and breathe. Stack your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. Hug up through your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads. Pull your heels over the balls of your feet. Begin to come back to your breath here. You are so strong. If you start to feel any shakes, that is your muscles just working so hard here to get you stronger. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down to the earth with control. You can always use your knees should you want to give your shoulders a little bit of love. Inhale, low cobra and breathe. Press the tops of your feet into the earth so much your kneecaps lift. Press your hands back and track your elbows in towards one another. Squeeze through your core. Open up through your collarbones. Let your gaze be straight down. Take a breath in. Exhale, release down to your mat. Inhale, press up to tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. This is your sun salutation A. We'll flow twice through breath to movement. Move at your pace, what your body is calling for. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up, use your core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down to the earth with control. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down to the earth. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take a couple more breaths. Come back to your breath. Reset your Ujjayi breath. Bring heat into your body from the insides. Exhale out all of your air. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose and breathe. You can bring your big toes to touch or send your feet out a little bit wider. Anything that feels good in your anatomy and your hips. We're all built a little bit differently, so listen to your body here. Press your weight into the heels of your feet. Track your shins to the back of the room. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Place your hands at your heart center or bring your biceps up by your ears. Should you choose this option, relax through your shoulders and rotate your pinkies inward. Hug up through your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Reset your spine. Exhale, Chaturanga. First one of class. Take it or leave it, whichever option feels best for you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge and breathe. Sweep your right foot through by using your core and gently place your right foot down onto the earth. Readjust your feet, place your feet on separate train tracks. Hug up through your core, stack your right knee up over your right ankle. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two, and breathe. Parallel your back foot to the back edge of your mat. Reset your feet if you need to. Find heel to arch alignment. Your right heel should intersect with the arch portion of your left foot. Roll your left hip back, send your belly button towards the sidewall, and track the outside of your right knee towards your right pinky toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach, and then tick-tock to 12 and 6. Breathe here. Press your shoulder blades together on your back. Avoid any dumping in your spine. The goal here is to find length rather than depth. So if you are dumping forward too much and hurting your low back, lift your right hand up and reach your left arm to the sky. Use your right arm to press into the inside of your right leg. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. And breathe. Stay strong through your front lunge here. Roll your left hip back. Find length through your right side body and relax through your right shoulder. Look up at your right hand for balance or down at your left foot for grounding. Take a breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge and breathe. Sweep your left foot through. Gently place it between your hands. Spider tip your fingers onto the earth. Shoot your right hamstring up to the sky and pull your right heel up over the balls of your right foot. Find a little bit of up dog in your chest, space in between your collarbones. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two, and breathe. Windmill open to the other side of your room. Track your outside of your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Hug up through your inner thighs here. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Roll your right hip back. Send energy out through both of your fingertips here. Gaze out past your front hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and then lift your right arm to the sky and breathe. Press your left forearm into your left quad. Restack your left knee on top of your left ankle. Hug up through your inner thighs here. Roll your right shoulder back. Woo, words are hard sometimes. We're not perfect. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, and breathe. Reach up and back with your left side body. Find length through your left hip. Reach out and then roll your right hip underneath you. Keep your back leg straight and strong. Use it just as much as your left. Take a breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here on your own. Recommit to your Ujjayi breath. Listen to your body. Where were some sticky spots in your body as we flowed through that at a slower pace? Where can you take a little bit of risk on your mat? Perhaps it's letting go of your ego here, taking things slower than what you usually tell yourself is the right speed. I'm here to just keep you safe and be a guide for you. Move at your own breath. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. We'll flow through Sambhi, twice through breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Use your core to lift you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair or forward fold, excuse me. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Set up for some core work. You're welcome here to towel off, grab a sip of water, anything that you need for your body. When you're ready, you can find Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Open up your knees towards the outsides of your mat. If this causes too much pinching in your low back, you can always find fallen bridge or bring your knees in together. Whatever feels best in your body. Listen to your body here. Roll your shoulder blades underneath your chest. Bring your fingertips behind your ears. Take a breath in. Glue your low back to the earth. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You're off on your own. Breath to movement here. Keep your elbows spread out wide. Lift from your chest rather than your head and your neck. Lift your shoulder blades up off the earth. Move with control. Let your legs do some work here too. Press the soles of your feet into one another to relieve any low back tension. Hug up through your core. Make your lower abs do the work here. Yes, nice work, everybody. I know I can't see you, but I'm sure you're all working so hard. Or you took a break from me right now and are eating a snack. I heard some of you did that a few times in our classes online. Whatever works for you. This is your practice. Whew, take a few more. Give me 5 more seconds. 3, 1, release. Yeah, windshield wiper through your legs. Pull your knees up over your hips. Set up for bicycle crunches. Flex your toes back towards your shins. Bring your fingertips behind your ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lower on down. Exhale, lift left elbow to right knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You're off on your own. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. You can keep your legs stationary as I have right now, or you can extend one leg long. Everyone is different. We all feel different in our body. For me, keeping my legs stationary actually is more work than if I extend my legs out. Keep your elbows out wide. Allow for space between your chin and your chest. Yes, nice work, everybody. Yeah, I know you're at home doing this, but I hope you feel motivated and encouraged to work hard, show up not just for yourself, but for your loved ones. We all feel better after we get a sweat on, right? Whew, and give me a few more each side. Next 3 breaths. Release down to the earth. 2, 1. Exhale, release down. Bring your heels in towards your glutes. Set up for a bridge pose here. Roll your shoulder blades underneath your heart. Extend your arms out by your sides. Exhale, hug up through your core. Inhale, bridge pose. Breathe here. Send your hips up to the earth. Press your knees in towards one another. Pretend as you have a yoga block between your inner thighs here. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Pretend as you have a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. Hug up through the backside of your body, your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes, your low back. Engage through all of your muscles here. Your core isn't just your abs. Nice, everybody. Stay with it. Yes, you can. Take a breath in. Send your hips a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Find Supta Baddha Konasana or fallen bridge. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Let your eyes shut down here. Feel the rise and fall of your lungs. Feel your heart race. Ooh. Core in the middle is kind of a nice little trade-off to help yourself slow down a bit. Feel maybe what you need to feel. So much of life, we don't take risks. We get on autopilot. We stay with what's comfortable. How about trying to get comfortable with the uncomfortable? Maybe that's not just necessarily on your yoga mat. Maybe your yoga practice, you feel the best you've ever felt on your yoga mat, physically, spiritually, mentally. Maybe it's outside of the four walls of your yoga practice. Perhaps it's more in the community where are opportunities for you to take a risk, to stand up for what's right, to be a voice for the voiceless. Maybe opportunity to take a risk isn't just within yourself, but with helping others and opportunity to grow. It's a great year of growth, and I hope that on your yoga mat, you're feeling some of that stir up inside of your heart. Take a few more breaths in, feel your lungs rise and fall. Take a breath in. Exhale, close up your knees, bring your knees into your chest, rock and roll yourself up to your seat. Towel off should you need to. So the lovely big posture you have all been working up to today is crow. It's really great inversion and arm balance. Inversion meaning your heart is closer to the earth or your head's closer to the earth than your heart. Few ways to get into crow. It is a fun little posture to practice. My favorite way to get in is from down dog. So bring your hips up and back and then press into your palms and you'll begin to walk your feet towards your hands. This is where Chaturanga was so important through your practice today because you will begin to find a shelf with your arms here. You'll begin to hinge forward. Some people like to bring their knees up underneath their armpits. I like to send my knees out a little bit wider. Everyone's anatomy is different. Do what your body is calling for. So right here is crow pose. Just right here, you can keep your feet on the earth and maybe just get used to hanging out on your hands and your arms. Bring your gaze out a bit, 6 to 8 inches in front of your hands. And if you want to play with bringing one foot up off the earth and then the other, be my guest. And maybe this feels good for you. This is enough for you today. This is your risk on your mat. And should you feel the need to fly your crow, bring your gaze out, press into your palms of your hands and your fingertips. Lift your feet up off the earth, hug up through your core. Don't forget to breathe and come down when you feel ready. Go ahead and play. I will allow for a few minutes for you all to do this. Ooh, I also forgot to mention playlist. It should be listed at the bottom of this, but you'll be able to look up this playlist. It should be under Darcey Power 1. Today's date is August 7th, 2020, so look it up that way. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on that. Whew. Awesome. If anyone has ever tried crow for the first time, round of applause to you. If you nailed it for the first time, round of applause for you. If it was your 100th time nailing crow, round of applause to you. It's always the challenge. It gets my heart rate up. So great work, everybody. In the next few breaths, make your way back to downward facing dog. Press into your palms. Find space between all 10 of your fingers. Send your hips up and back. Come back into your breath. Bring your thoughts inward. Feel the difference of this down dog compared to the first one of class. Your hamstrings probably feel a bit looser. You feel stronger. Probably even a little bit less stress. Take a big breath in through your nose and seal your lips. Exhale out through your nose. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Change here. Inhale, crescent lunge, and breathe. Rise up to the balls of your left foot. Stack your hip over the ball of your left foot. You'll find a slight bend in your left knee, which you can see in the mirror with me. This will help square your hips forward. So much of the time we think this leg needs to be straight, but you're throwing out your low back here. Come up, bring your shoulders up over your hips. Pull your belly button into your spine. Find mountain in your upper body. Pull your right knee up over the ball of your right ankle. Nice. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull your hands into your heart space. Inhale, hinge forward from your hips. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge, and breathe. Hook the outside of your left elbow to the outside of your right leg. Hug up through your core, straighten out through your left leg, send your left hamstring up to the sky. Find a gentle twist in your middle back. The middle portion of your spine, pretend as you are rinsing out a washcloth. Stack your elbows on top of one another. Take a breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge, and breathe. Heel toe your right foot forward to the top right corner of your mat. Let your right ankle jet out past your right knee here. This is one of the few postures in yoga where your ankles should be out further than your knee. Ooh, you can drop to your left knee or stay active in your runner's lunge. And should you roll to the knife edge of your right foot, flex your right toes back towards your shin to protect your right knee here in this posture. If you have a yoga block at home or a towel, you can always use this underneath you to help bring the earth a little bit closer to you. Play around with this posture too. A lot of people feel the stretch needed in this portion of your right side body through your hips and the outside hamstring of your back leg. You can always feel this in your left psoas as well, or if you're looking for more of a quad stretch in your left quad, you can reach up and back. If you need to just keep it simple, stay in runner's lunge here. Let gravity begin to do its work. So a lot of the risk I took with traveling to Asia was it was a lot of culture shock right off the bat. When I landed in Thailand, I wasn't sure what I just got myself into. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot about other cultures. I learned a lot about the way other people live. I experienced firsthand some poverty that I hadn't seen in my life before being an American. I saw a lot of things that us Westerners are not even exposed to. And I look back on the experience and I'm grateful for it. It has given me opportunity to look at life in a different light, see a little bit more perspective, recognize that the way I live my life isn't necessarily the right way, but it's just a way. Those of you on your forearms, press up into your palms and tuck your back toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, root down through your left palm. Inhale, side plank, and breathe. Open up through your chest. Lift your right arm to the sky. Find alignment with your shoulders. Stack your right shoulder on top of your left. Send your hips up. You can scissor or stack your feet. Another great option. Drop to your left knee. Find modified side plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We have the left side here. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, and breathe. Rise up. Use your core to lift your upper body. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Pull your right hip forward to be in alignment with your left. This might mean you find a slight bend in your right knee. Find a 90-degree bend through your left knee. Relax through your shoulders. Rotate your pinkies inward. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, hinge forward from your hips. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge, and breathe. Hook your right elbow onto your left quad. Hug up through your inner thighs. Pull your right leg up to the sky. Bring your heart into your hand space. Let your neck be an extension of your spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Nice, everybody. Take a breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge, and breathe. Heel toe your left foot to the top left corner of your mat. You can stay active in this posture or drop to your right knee. The side will not necessarily look the same as your other side, but look for the similar sensation that your body is calling for here. Perhaps your left side is tighter in another area than your right. I offer you the option to shut down your eyes and just feel instead of seeing here. You can always drop down to your forearms, use the earth as your support, or even roll your mat over, find anything that might bring the earth a little bit closer to you. Those of you on your forearms, begin to press yourself back up into your palms and tuck your back toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, ground down into your right palm. Inhale, side plank and breathe. If you drop to your left knee, you can do so here. Stack or scissor your feet if you stay in the fullest expression. Hug up through your core. Find a micro bend in your right elbow to avoid hyperextension. Open up through your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. Nice work, everybody. Inhale to stay. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Back through the flow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Change here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten through your right leg. Exhale, triangle pose and breathe. Reach forward with your right arm and then lift your left arm to 12. Hug up through your inner thighs. Squeeze through both of your legs. Both legs are completely active in this posture. Hug up through your core. Avoid dumping through your spine. Pretend as you are between two panes of glass here and avoid clawing through your toes. Nice work, everybody. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to stay. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose and breathe. Stack your knees on top of your ankles. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Bring your shoulders up over your hips. If you want to do some shoulder dips here, go for it. Helps to open up through your hips. Otherwise, stay stationary through your horse. Press your hands in at your heart space. Flare your elbows out wide. Nice, everyone. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Change here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten through your left leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward, hinge from your hips here, and then tick-tock to 12 and 6. Press your left forearm into the inside of your left leg. Roll your right hip back on top of your left. Broaden out through your chest. Pull your right shoulder up on top of your left. Whew. Hug up through your core. Let your neck be an extension of your spine. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold and breathe. Hinge from your hips. If you have a mirror at home, I highly recommend using this. Bring your feet into what feels most comfortable for you in your lower back. And if you have a mirror, you can check in with yourself. You want your knees, or your ankles, your knees, and your hips all in one plane here. Hinge from your hips. Let your head and neck begin to hang heavy with gravity. You can always find a bind, opposite elbow to opposite hand. Or stretch from one side and the other. Take a breath in. Exhale, release any bind you may have. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, star pose, get big. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale through your nose, seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle pose on your right leg and breathe. Wrap your left leg up over your right. Hug up through your inner thighs. The higher you hug your legs up, the easier it is to get the spine. You can find a bind opposite arm underneath your left arm, underneath your right, or you can always bring your arms out to a bear hug, anything that feels best for your body. Focus on something that isn't moving. Avoid clawing in your right toes here. Should you have a bind through your upper body, pull your elbows out to your shoulder height and pull your hands away from your face. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, engage through your core. You can always use your left foot as a kickstand should your balance not be up to course today. For me, it's not so much, so I'm going to kickstand it out here. Take a few more breaths, you guys. Yes, you can. Inhale, exhale, release, shake it out. Woo. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle pose on your left leg and breathe. Wrap your right leg up and over and wrap your right arm underneath your left. Or find the bear hug again. Hug up through your core. Pretend you're sitting in your chair. Sink your hips down. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Pull your palms away from your face. Spread your shoulder blades out wide on your back. Hug up through your core. Tuck your tailbone. Take a breath in. Exhale, release down. Shake it out. Woo. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancer's pose, and breathe. Windmill your left hand back to meet your left foot. Bring your left hand to the arch side of your left foot. Have the area of your elbow that doesn't see much sunlight facing out towards the left side of your body. Pull your left knee in to meet your right. This will help square your hips. Relax through your right shoulder. Whew. Ground down through all four corners of your right foot. Hug up through your right quad. Let your right leg do some serious work here. And if you want to express your dancer, inhale to find length and exhale to kick back with your left foot. Pull your left hand into your left foot just as much as your left foot kicks into your left hand. Relax through your shoulders. Focus on something that's not moving. Pull your left hip down in line with your right. Ooh, take a breath in. Exhale. Release. Sometimes you fall sooner than you expect. That's okay. That's the risk we're all willing to take here. It's okay to fall. Inhale, find mountain pose. Exhale, dancers on your left foot and breathe. Windmill your right foot back. Open up through your chest. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Right here is dancers. A little bit of a quad stretch, side stretch. And as I said before, if you choose to express your dancer, inhale to find length and exhale to kick back. Keep your right hip down in line with your left. You might feel the wobbles and the shakes. Not the easiest thing to talk through a posture. But hug up through your core. Focus on something that's not moving here. Take a breath in. Exhale, release down. Whew. One last posture. Inhale, standing at attention. Exhale, tree pose and breathe. Bring the sole of your left foot in to meet the inside of your right leg. Avoid your knee here. Your knee does not like to go sideways. Hug up through your core. So for me, my hips are a little janky and off. So for me, this is the best expression I can do in order to keep my hips square with one another and to protect my low back. If any of you are feeling low back tension and you're the one that's reaching your foot up this high and your hips are super sassed out, you're hurting your low back. Bring your feet down. The risk today might be letting go of your ego a little bit. It's okay to not have your foot all the way up. Track the outside of your left knee back towards the back side of your room. If you were to look at yourself in the mirror from this side, you would see your knee, your left knee is lining up with your left hip and your right hip. Open up through your chest. You can always bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, release, shake it out. Other side, inhale, standing at attention. Exhale, tree pose and breathe. Press the sole of your right foot into the inside of your left leg. Again, avoid your knee. Track the outside of your right knee towards the back of the room. Hug up through your core. Use your hands to square your hips with one another. Pull your belly button into your spine. Perhaps your risk here is shutting down your eyes, even if it's for just a second. Maybe it's a few seconds. Maybe it's kickstanding your foot. Maybe it's finding a bind behind your back. Hug up through your left leg. Your left leg is so strong. Take a breath in. Exhale, really shake it out. Ooh, give yourself an air high five. Take a big breath in, find mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, Chaturanga, last one of class. Take it or leave it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon and breathe. Half pigeon might be a little too much on your back or your knees, so I'll cue you through a modification. First, with half pigeon, pull your right knee towards your right wrist crease. Your shin can be parallel to the front of your mat, or you can pull your foot back a little bit more. Depends on how much flexibility and tightness you have in the outside of your right leg. Peek over your right shoulder to help pull your left hip forward in line with your right. Pulling your left toes straight back. And if you want to fall into fallen pigeon, you can hinge from your hips. Reach out with your hands. Spider tip your way down to the earth. And don't forget to breathe. Again, if this is too much for you, you can come to seated figure four. Pull your right ankle up over your left quad. You'll get just as much benefit out of this, just less pressure on your low back. If you choose to do this option, flex your toes back towards your shin, protect your right knee. You can sway side to side if that feels good in your body. Feel your breath begin to slow down. Your thoughts unwind. Come back to exactly where you are right here, right now, on your mat, wherever you may be. Sleeping pigeons, begin to press up into your palms and tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up and back. Find some length here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon and breathe. Again, you have the option to come to seated figure four. Otherwise, pull your left knee into your left wrist crease. Flex your left toes back towards your shin. Straighten out your right leg. Point your right toes straight back. Peek over your left shoulder to pull your right hip forward to square it with your left hip. Hug up through your core. And if you choose to put your pigeon to sleep, hinge from your hips. Spider tip your way down to the earth. You can always use a yoga block, a towel, anything you have at home, a pillow to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. Protect your left knee here. Focus on your joints. Breathe every breath into the tight spots your body may be feeling. It sounds a little strange, but if you focus on where your tightness is and allowing your breath to move into those spaces, you'll begin to feel gradual change in your body. Relax through your shoulders. Biggest thing I find myself doing in these postures is hugging up through my neck. Relax through your neck and your shoulders. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Release any tension into your jaw. Sleeping pigeons, press back up into your palms. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Flip, twist, shake out. Find similar movement on your left side as you did your right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one more big breath in through your nose and seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Roll around to your seat for seated forward fold. Bring your feet out in front of you. Remove any flesh or clothing from underneath your sits bones. Flex your toes back towards your shins. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, seated forward fold and breathe. Reach for your feet, your ankles, your shins. Hinge from your hips. Let your heart lead you forward and your neck and head will follow. Relax through your shoulders. Feel the stretch through the backside of your legs. Exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Engage through your core. Exhale, slowly lower down to the earth. Let your head be the last thing to hit. Inhale, pull your right knee into your chest. Find some hip circles, ankle circles. Open up through your inner groin. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist towards your left side of your body and breathe. Tuck your left hip underneath your right. Pull your right knee across your body. You can use your left hand to intensify the stretch. Anchor both shoulder blades into the earth. Gaze out past your right shoulder to intensify the stretch. Your eyes can be soft or closed. Coming down towards the end of class. Allow yourself to reflect on the last minutes of class. Since you began the session, what were some risks you took? Perhaps the risks you take aren't necessarily for on your mat, but perhaps outside of your class, your practice. Challenge yourself to take any risk that your heart has been yearning for. Exhale. Inhale, pull your right knee back into your chest. Give yourself a hug, squeeze. Exhale your right leg long. Inhale, pull your left knee into your chest. Find hip circles, ankle circles, anything that feels good. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist towards the right side of your body and breathe. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Anchor both of your shoulder blades into your mat. Focus on a twist through your middle portion of your spine. Spread out through your collarbones. Let your gaze fall over your left shoulder and shut down your eyes. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pull your left knee back into your chest. Let your right knee come meet your left. Give yourself a hug, squeeze. Exhale, find happy baby's pose and breathe. Reach for the outsides of your feet, your ankles, your shins, your hamstrings. Hug up through your core. Press your tailbone onto the earth. Spread out through your chest. Maybe even do a little tug pull with one foot and the other. Or roll around on your low back. Give yourself a low back massage. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. Thank yourself for all the hard work you've just put in. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release into your Savasana. Extend your legs long. Roll your shoulder blades underneath your heart. Let your heart be the highest thing to lift to the sky. Rest through your arms, shut down your eyes, and trust I will bring you out in just a couple of minutes. Take a big breath in, cooling through your mouth. Fill your lungs all the way up. Exhale, sigh it all out. Begin to invite some life back into your body. Wiggle through your fingers, through your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Move your head side to side. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Take a big breath in. Point your hands towards the back of your room. Shoot your toes downward. Exhale, roll to your right side for supported fetal position. You can use your bicep as a pillow. Pull your knees into your chest. Allow yourself one final moment on your mat before you tackle the rest of your day, your week ahead, your month ahead. A quote that has always stuck with me, which was much of my inspiration as to why I chose to go travel overseas 4 years ago. Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, explore, dream, and discover. Perhaps traveling the world right now is off the table due to the world's circumstances. And that's just a very extreme example of taking a risk. What are the day-to-day things you can do as a human being, part of society, to take a risk? I challenge you to take a risk today, tomorrow, sometime this month. Check in with yourself, see how you feel, see how you react, respond to it, and move forward with grace, patience, and love for one another. When you're ready, press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Your eyes can remain soft or closed. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead and bring your palms to touch. Exhale, pull your hands in through your heart space. The light, the love, the vulnerability in me sees and honors the light, the love, and the vulnerability in every single one of you. Thank you all so much for showing up and sweating together on your mats, even though it's virtually. It's still so fun to be able to do this together. Namaste. Awesome work, you guys. Again, I'm Darcey. Thanks for showing up today. Love having you. Love that we can still do our YouTube channel. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Reach out if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, and we'd love to hear from you. Take care, guys.